I went to college for a semester. I knew that wasn't for me, but I was still working. Also, I
Mhm.
was moving up in the ranks at this company I worked for. I worked for an outsourced call center. We handled customer service and marketing and telemarketing for cable companies and stuff like that. And then I eventually, and then I eventually, and
No, I
then
was
I
telling
can you hear me?
no, not you.
Oh,
I was no, because somebody put in the comment, please subscribe. So I was like, yeah, do that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
oh,
I didn't
okay,
want,
all right,
yeah, I didn't want to disrupt what you
okay,
were saying, but I was like, yeah, subscribe. Yeah, I'm
okay,
sorry.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
So then I became I became the youngest person in management at the company. So I moved up quickly. I was a
How did you
supervisor,
do
became an
that?
operations manager because I've been working there since I was 16,
Oh,
and I just kept
okay,
working up, and I
okay. You
worked
build it up.
hard. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So then eventually, the entrepreneur that I am, I started my own call center. I started my own business. I started my
Oh,
own company. We
pause.
did outsourced call center.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, pause.
in,
No, yeah, I'm sorry.
okay.
Pause that because I'm yeah. See, you see, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm learning here. You have to excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna have Nelson pause in. I'm gonna be, interjecting a lot here because it's his fault because he's giving me so many gems right now. So, so much experience that I didn't know he had right now under his belt. So you said that you build your own call center. So I just want you to kind of, again,
Mhm.
it goes back to the marketing stuff, the marketing, building your brand, starting your business, right? So,
Right.
so I wanted to kind of give us some bullet points, Nelson, as to how do you start that? How did you okay, you decided on that. How did you build that up? Like, can you give us some cliff notes on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I knew that I wanted to do that after a while, after being in the business for a bit. So the director of operations kind of like mentored me and some of the other, they knew that that's
Good.
what I
Okay.
wanted to do. And then at the same time, I was working on my business plan. And then my mom, she was really involved with that too. She helped me out a lot. A lot of my family did. And then eventually I just ended up leaving that company and I started my own company. We started off at home. We're doing customer service for a teeth whitening company. That was my first big client, called Vibrant White Teeth Whitening. So we're taking the customer service calls for that
Wow.
company. Eventually, things grew so much that I had to get an office. So I got an office space, and it held like 40 seats. And then after that, I actually acquired another call center out of California. They took calls for limo companies, about 40 different limousine companies. They took reservations. So I kind of took that. I purchased that company and I merged it with my company, and then I
Oh,
kept getting more clients and
what?
so on and so on. So
Wow.
yeah,
That is
that's how that
amazing.
went.
And
And I think
wow,
by the time this happened, I'm not even 21 yet.
that is
Like, yeah, 'cause I
amazing.
remember I was like 20 when this shit
Yeah,
happened.
because a lot of people are not and not to say we're slackers, but as kids, and then starting like up until the age of 21, we ain't thinking about that. We're thinking about dating. Well, I'm not, because I'm an ugly duckling, so I'm thinking about dating, but just in general, just
No.
dating and just doing this and that. I mean, there's some people that work. We did have that regular part-time jobs after school and stuff like that, but but not many people would say up until the age of 21 that they build their businesses. I mean, it's even more so now, but back then, I mean, like I said, see, that's what I'm talking about. You being so legendary, and because you're one of the innovators here. So I just hope you understand that. I hope you understand how innovative you are, that you were at that time. So for you to build that clientele, now how did you acquire that those companies? Because it started from when you was working. You said you was working since high school, and then you started working at the call center. So did you take one of those companies with you from that job?
No, no, actually, there was a company. It's kind of like it's real popular now because they got Fiverr and all these other companies. But there was a company back then. The name of it was called Elance, and what you could do, companies will go on there looking for companies or freelancers to do certain jobs, and there was like a whole customer
All right,
service section.
okay,
So I would bid on
okay.
contracts and make proposals. I would vet out other companies. I remember at the time we were doing some marketing for a company called Cavalier Telephone and another one called shoot, what's the name of them? I forgot. They're out of business now, but I would go and vet these companies and send them proposals and yeah,
Wow, and you knew how to
that's
do
how I
that.
started.
That whole time, you know how to do that, the proposals and all of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the thing about it is there was no template back then. Like, I mean, I found some from my
Right.
old job, but you can kind of go online and kind of learn that stuff now. But this
Yes.
was just me
Yes.
me making PowerPoints with
Yes.
stuff that I thought should be on them. There was no like I didn't really have much guidance there. It was just like they would always be impressed, but it's just like I literally was forced to
Yes.
be creative and create these presentations. So
That is, wow,
yeah.
that is amazing. I mean, you smart in things. I mean, you so wise. You so smart. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. I'm really enjoying this though. So I know you think, I know I could be silly at times, but I mean, I'm really enjoying this. I really am like, this is so phenomenal to me. It really is.
Nah, nah,
Yeah. So,
appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk about it. So
yeah, absolutely. Yes, and thank you for indulging me and my audience. I mean, thank you. I really appreciate that wholeheartedly. And so, you said that you did a semester in college. What college was it, by the way?
oh, it's community college, Coastal Community College. I was majoring in business and minoring in accounting, and then I told my parents, I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to waste your money. So
Okay.
they
And what
respected
was
me for that. I was like, I tried it. This
good?
ain't it. I knew what I
Right.
wanted to do, and that wasn't it. So
And why wasn't it? Why wasn't it for you? Because the college not for everybody. So why wasn't it for you?
my mind was already on building a business. I'm like, I don't. I'm like, I'm looking at it like this. I'm like, okay, the people that own these companies, most of them don't have college degrees, but you got to have a college degree to get a position in them. I'm like, I don't need that. I know what I want to do.
Right.
I don't need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like, not knocking nobody, but it's just, I don't need it.
It's not your thing, right? Because you was already on that journey, and so it's like, why you need to know what X and Y is to to kind of get where you need to go,
Right.
basically,
Exactly.
So yeah, so I totally get it, no,
Exactly.
sir. I totally get it, and I'm so glad that you even said, you know what, I'm not going to waste your time or your money, and I'm sure that your parents was thrilled by that as well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now let me ask you this now, and I like I said before, I commend your family for being so supportive. So, were they the type of family that pushed the whole college agenda like they did back in the day?
No, as long as I did something. Like, of course, they wanted to go to college, but they weren't disappointed when I said no, especially since I tried it.
Okay, at
But
least you
of course,
tried it.
they want
Yes,
you to do
yes.
something. But I mean, I was making very good money. I was working, so I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't doing anything. So it was kind of a different situation for me.
Yeah, yeah, okay. All right. And that's understandable. And like I said, I commend you for, knowing, okay, this is, I put my foot in the door. I tip my foot in. Okay. Now,
Right.
I mean, let me just, exit stage left, so to speak.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah. And so, now you build these businesses. You had your own call center. How long did that happen? How long did that, was it established, the call centers?
It was going probably strong for a good 4 years. And
Really? Wow.
then I eventually, then even after that, it still kept going. It's just that I closed down my office and then I just kind of like ship things out to over to the Philippines and stuff like that because
Mm.
that's when the market started going down.
Yes.
I mean, all the call
Yes.
centers were closing in the
Yes.
U.S. because companies couldn't afford them anymore for what
Yeah,
it's
true.
kind of
Mhm.
a domino effect. So that's kind of how it phased out. It never like just officially closed one day. It's just kind of like, okay, we're condensing, and then it was still running. I still ran things, but I outsourced everything. Like instead
Right.
of me taking on outsourced work, I was the outsourcer too.
You're not
So
supposed to, right. Yeah. So what was next for you after that?
that's when I said, okay, I'm gonna go with film full time. Like I'm like, okay, I had money saved and the passion was there. So then ever
Yes.
since that moment, I haven't looked back, and I've just been going. I got new representation, got signed on as a model first.
Mm.
And I did my first big print campaign was for City Trends, so I was
Yes.
excited about that. And it's funny the way that that happened because
Oh yeah, you are.
I never knew that it was for City Trends until the day before the shoot. Now, mind you, I had it booked all this time, but I'm thinking, oh, it's just a local store. Not to downplay a local store, but I'm just like, okay, cool. I got a gig. It's gonna be for a local
Right.
clothing
Mhm.
store. And then when the ad agency contacted me, they were like, "Yeah, it's for City Trends. They have 561 stores nationwide." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I know who City Trends is." So that's how that happened. And then it was just like a domino effect. Like everything just kept happening, like good things.